Big time
That's the
hit,
game.
and that's going to be a walk-off RBI single. Swung on, chopper to third. Here comes the go-ahead run. It's over the head of the center fielder, and it's a home run.
Oh,
a
my
three-run
goodness.
homer.
Welcome to the KVB pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. It's opening day as the Knox Lady Redskins host their historic cross-county rival, the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. This is Indiana High School softball. With us tonight, providing play-by-play, our special guest, it's Harold Welter. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. Welcome you to Lady Redskins softball field in Knox, Indiana, 46534. We are back for more, set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. Well, as we get ready for our very first softball broadcast of the 2026 spring sports season, we have talked with both head coaches of the Knox Lady Redskins, Richie Morgan, and the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays head coach Gary Baxter on the Saturday Sports Line. This is both teams' first game of the season, and what a way to kick it off against their heated cross-county rival. What a way to start off the season. But when we go ahead and look at the away team in today's contest, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays head coach Gary Baxter led this Lady J team to a 10-14 record last year, going 4-4 in Hoosier North Athletic Conference play. As a team last year, they held a batting average of .263 on 150 hits, bringing 145 total runs across with 104 runs batted in while striking out 206 times. They had an on-base percentage of .381. Their pitching last year had an ERA, earned runs average of 4.72. Returning players like senior Molly Madsen had a batting average of .342 last year. She had 27 RBIs with 4 home runs. Madsen also led the team in pitching last year with an ERA of 4.36. We remember Molly coming in as a freshman 3 years ago already. My gosh, I can't believe that's happened. But boy, she was standing out then that freshman year. And now as a senior, she takes the next step for her final year as she is going to be playing softball at the next level by attending Elmhurst College. The Blue Jays. Yeah, hey, once a Blue Jay, always a Blue Jay. While Molly is one of the main leaders on this team, Charlize Boyd and Sophia Chaffins are the other two seniors on this squad with a huge freshman class in that on this team. And that's something head coach Baxter talked about with us on the Saturday Sports Line a couple of weeks ago. With us tonight, though, we are honored to have our very own Harold Welter on the call as our special guest. Welcome to opening day.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here. I'll tell you, this spring sports season goes very fast once it gets going. And what better way to start the spring sports season than Knox and North Judson, huh?
We did it for football. We did it in basketball for the boys' teams and the girls' teams, the night before Thanksgiving. So it's just kind of becoming a thing between these two rivals. They start their season off against each other.
Well, the pressure is on, right? From game one when you're playing your arch rivals. That's for sure, even though they're no longer conference rivals. That doesn't mean anything anyway, because they're playing for the bragging rights here in Stark County. And these two teams, it's really interesting because both teams are fairly young, but Knox is really young. They're going to be starting 4 freshmen in the lineup. They lost 4 seniors from last year's sectional championship team, and they're replacing them with 4 freshmen. That's going to be a real challenge for the Redskins with just 3 seniors in the lineup, along with 1 junior, 1 sophomore, and those 4 freshmen.
Well, let's talk about the Blue Jays. I know you're a Redskin alum, guy, but come on, we got to talk about these Blue Jays. Give us
Well,
your
that
thoughts
was
on
the
these
next
Blue
thing
Jays.
I was going to
Well,
say. Here's
that's
a team that's going to only start 2 seniors, but they've got 4 juniors and 2 sophomores. They'll have a couple of freshmen seeing action as well. And I'll tell you what, they are hungry. After last year, they probably didn't have quite as many wins as I thought they could have.
Sure.
Because they had too many errors.
Yeah.
Now they're playing with some experienced players in those 6 juniors and seniors, and they're going to be ready for this season, and they're going to be ready for the Redskins. It's been a long time since the Blue Jays softball team has beaten the Redskins, and so if they could start off with a win here, and then they have the Redskins at home on Wednesday, it could be a great start for the Blue Jays.
Well, now we turn the page and look at your Knox Lady Redskins, Harold. Head coach Richie Morgan led his Lady Redskins to a 14-16 record, going 6-4 in Indiana Northern State Conference play. This year, the Redskins last year, they entered the newly formed Indiana Northern State Conference. They became sectional champions for the first time since 2018 last year, where they played Andrean in a regional battle. Harold and I broadcast back on June 3rd of last year. It doesn't seem that long ago, but as a team last year, the Lady Redskins held a batting average of .309 on 248 hits, bringing 188 runs across with 162 RBIs while striking out 154 times. They had an on-base percentage of .381. Their pitching last year had an ERA of 4.38. Returning players like Cheryl Barnes, Elise Wolf, Addison Spinagle, Maddie Henshaw were all integral players for the Lady Redskins last season. Cheryl Barnes held a .432 batting average. She had a .458 with 432 batting average with 31 RBIs last year. She also had 5 home runs. It's safe to say she is definitely one of the main leaders at the plate for the Lady Redskins. She had an on-base percentage of .458. Man, last year was a special year, Harold. We talked about it at the end of last year. While it didn't end the way they'd wanted it to against Andrean, it was something that Coach Morgan and the staff were very proud about, being a sectional champion first time since 18.
Absolutely, and a lot of people, not many people, picked them to be sectional champions, and then you come up against the homestanding Bremen Lions, and the Redskins have Bethy Barnes throw a perfect game, the only one ever to be thrown by a Lady Redskin, to get that 5-0 win over Bremen, and then she came back and was the winning pitcher in the sectional championship game against Jimtown, and so they surprised some people, I think, with that championship, but it was one that they earned with a lot of hard work over the years.
Definitely, and they come into this season wanting to repeat a sectional championship. That's something head coach Morgan said him and the girls are striving to do this year.
Absolutely, and it's kind of interesting that, when we talk about these 2 teams, 2 seniors lead these 2 teams. There's no question about who the leaders are. You've got Molly Madsen in North Judson, and you've got Cheryl Barnes at Knox, and they're 2 old friends. They played together. They've played against each other, and so those are the leaders, and they're both the pitchers for today's game, and so it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out.
Well, we are expecting another great afternoon of IHSAA historic rivalry softball action. We certainly appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac is family-owned and operated with 3 locations serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Frayne Mortuary has provided our community with caring and compassionate service for loved ones. Our licensed staff is available to assist you with pre-need funeral planning and at-need funeral planning. We provide traditional burial and cremation services. We offer a full line of headstones and monuments at Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac. It's our family serving your family.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thank you to my good friend John Thompson. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping us continue this wonderful tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say there are no injuries to report tonight, and there shouldn't. It's opening day, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned as we will hear from Gary Baxter of the Lady Jays and Richie Morgan of the Lady Redskins. That's after the next break. In the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner, you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winnemac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
Welcome into the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I'm talking with head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays, Gary Baxter. Coach, it's opening day. You're taking on your cross-county rival, the Knox Lady Redskins. Probably don't know too much about them, but I know you know a lot about your girls. What do you want to see tonight to start the season?
Well, we've been working a lot on communication and doing the right things. We work on that a lot. And I'm looking for just complete effort. I want 100% hustle on every single play. So everyone has a job, and we worked on this past week. We had a great week of practice, and so I want to see hustle. I want to see everyone doing their job, and I want to see just everyone just do what they're supposed to do so that we can compete.
Yeah, you've got a good crew on the mound tonight. Molly Madsen pitching to Olivia Tim. Those two have been together for several years. Talk about what you want to see from your leaders this evening.
That's a great question. So what I want to see from my leaders is that I want to see them actually step up this year and take command. In the past years, it's been me having to kind of sort things out, but it's really changed this year. I've seen a lot of girls step up and take command, and it's funny. I'll start talking about things, and they'll go, "Hey, coach, we got to do this." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's right." So I want to see leaders actually do their job, and they're not captain status or leaders in name only. It's actually there's something behind it, and they have to do what they have to do. And I think everybody understands this more than they ever have under my coaching reign.
Well, welcome to the new season, Coach. I sure do appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student-athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Welcome back to the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. It's opening day, talking with head coach of the Knox Lady Redskins, Richie Morgan. Coach, not a bad day. It's beautiful weather, but you're taking on your heated cross-county rival to start the season against the Lady Jays. Kind of game like today, you probably don't know much about the Jays, so what do you know about your team and what you're bringing in?
We just want to bring what we've been working on for the last 3 weeks. Clean, solid defense, good pitching, and hit the ball as hard as we can hit them at them. And if they can field them, they'll field them. If not, they're going to go through gaps, and we're going to do a lot of running.
Last year, it's behind us, but man, was it a wonderful run being a sectional champion for the first time since 2018. You talked to us on the Saturday Sports Line that's something you and the girls want to repeat this year, and it all starts tonight. What do you want to see energy-wise from the girls?
We want to play fast. See a lot of fast playing, when we're hitting, base running, staying aggressive, making nice, clean plays defensively, some dives, go grab the ball. Win today, ball's going to move everywhere, so definitely got to go be moving. So the speed of the game, I'm hoping, is a fast pace.
Well, it's an exciting one, Coach. I appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thanks for being here.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School softball rivalry action, what are your surf internet keys to the game as the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jay?
The key for the Blue Jays, two keys really. One is they need to get off to a good start. They need to get to an early start. If you let Cheryl Barnes get in a groove, you're going to have a hard time coming back later in the ball game. So they've got to get off to a good start. And the second thing is that they cannot beat themselves. They had a real problem with errors last year. They can't do that here today.
Surf internet keys to the game for the Redskins.
For the Redskins, they have got to have 4 freshmen grow up fast.
Yeah, quickly.
That's the key to them, is how well are those freshmen going to play? And the second key is Cheryl Barnes going to come out blazing, both in the circle and at the plate?
That is our surf internet keys to the game. Our LAP Waste starting lineups are next.
Are you tired of slow speeds, rising bills, or internet that struggles when everyone's online? Then now is the time to make the switch to Surf Internet. Here's why Aaron switched.
Competitive prices, no contracts, reliable service, and nice people to work with.
Switch today so you can experience the surf difference. Fiber internet plans start at just $30 a month with AutoPay, plus free installation and no contracts. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Lady Redskins in the field to start today, we will see Sarah Fort in left field, Addison Spinagle in center field, and Haley Miller in right field. The infield shows Maya Sherrod at third, Kinsey Sanders at second, Maddie Hinshaw at first. Zoe Bullington will be the shortstop. Elise Wolf behind home plate as the catcher, and Cheryl Barnes gets the call to start in the circle in this one for the Lady Redskins. For the Lady Jays, their batting order shows the left fielder Caitlin Hammock leading off, then catcher Olivia Tim, pitcher Molly Madsen, And the second baseman, Sophia Chaffins, is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth will be center fielder Lexi Howard. Then designated player Callie England. First baseman Macy Morrow bats seventh. Third baseman Alyssa Lambert is at the 8th slot. And at the bottom of the lineup, we will see the shortstop, Amelia Chaffins. That is our starting lineups, our LAP Waste starting lineups for today, as we will be back to get set for the first pitch. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
LAP Waste can offer services for trash removal, large or small. Here's Kirby Anderson.
We do offer front load service in 2, 4, 6, and 8 yard dumpsters for front loads. And we also do a lot of roll off in 12s, 15s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and we even got quite a few packers at job sites that are permanent places to where they need to dispose of a lot of trash.
Here's Honey Lamer.
Just give us a call at 574-542-4019 and we'll get you all set up.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. Plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
Since 2012, All Grain Transport has proudly served our area farmers. What started with Adam, his wife Lindsay, their oldest son Leland, and one truck, All Grain Transport has grown into 11 trucks strong and a family of 5 L's. All Grain Transport specializes in efficient grain hauling during harvest, and with on-site storage, customers can harvest faster and market their grain long after the season ends. From grain to a variety of ag needs, All Grain really can transport it all. All Grain Transport is proud to help continue the tradition here on WKVI Sports, so call them at 574-225-6131. That's All Grain Transport. Family driven, community strong, and built to haul it all.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From Knox, Indiana, welcome to broadcast number 1 of our 2026 spring sports season, to see the historic rivalry between the Knox Lady Redskins and the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on KVB's WKVI. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in this area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You can listen to us on your phone, computer, or tablet. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned, tap the link in our bio, or go to WKVI.com and click Sports. Well, we are proud to let you know the umpires for this evening are Robert Schub and Anton Settle. With us tonight, we are honored to have Harold Welter back on the air for WKVI, and like I said, I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the color commentary tonight as we are set for Indiana High School rivalry softball action from Knox, Indiana. Well, Harold, here we go. They're warming up out onto the field. The Redskins have had their time. Now the Jays finishing up their moments. Man, you can kind of feel the excitement and the energy.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question about that. And this field is in just spectacular shape. No excuses here today because this field is really, really in good shape. And the sun is beginning to shine here, and they talked about maybe 25% chance of rain. I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
It's, a bit chilly, but it is a really great night for softball at Knox High School field.
Yeah, you mentioned the field in great shape, and that's all attributed to facilities director John Tao. He just does such a great job of all the field, every field here, really, in the whole complex on campus here at Knox Community High School. He just does a fantastic job.
Well, I often say that, in the spring you could go to the top row of the football bleachers over here and you could watch a softball, a baseball game, a track meet, and a tennis match all at the same time. So it is a great facility, and again, no excuses night here. And it gets down to leadership, and we talked a little bit about this earlier, Mitch. And the leaders on these two teams are the two starting pitchers, Molly Madsen for North Judson and Cheryl Barnes for Knox. And these two young ladies have been playing with and against each other
a long time.
For a long, long time. They're really good friends, and it's going to come down to their leadership. It's going to come down to their play. And so, again, don't want to put too much pressure on seniors, but this is one of those years where you have just spelled out very clearly who the leaders have to be.
Yeah, definitely. And you got to rely on your seniors, your upperclassmen, your juniors, because like you said, with those four freshmen out there for the Redskins, this is actually really good for them because they're getting quality varsity action at an early age that'll help them and the rest of the coaching staff down the road in years to come.
Absolutely. Talking about those two pitchers, it's fun going back and seeing how they played against each other over the years. And back in their freshman year, Molly had a booming home run against Cheryl as freshman.
That.
And then 2 years later, when they're juniors over at North Judson, Cheryl does the same thing to Molly.
Well, they're not shy when they're in the box. That was something I didn't play in high school, but when I played growing up, I was always kind of scared of the ball hitting me. I didn't want to get in there and get hurt. I was a basketball player. It was a little rubber ball. It bounced. Baseball's a little hard, but that was always I thought was interesting about those two. They came in as freshmen, and they were confident when they stepped into the box.
Yeah, no question about that, and it's going to be very interesting because the team captains are meeting out there at home plate with the officials, and you've got seniors out there on both sides in the blue and white and the red, white, and blue, and so it's going to be an interesting night, no question about that. And again, I believe that it's more important for the Blue Jays to get off to that great start because you just don't want Cheryl Barnes to get in the groove.
Yeah.
Because she just gets stronger and stronger. Interestingly enough, those two players, and you mentioned earlier that the Blue Jays starting pitcher is headed to Elmhurst College to play softball, and they're the Blue Jays.
Isn't
too.
that funny?
So once a Blue Jay, always a Blue Jay. And I won't give away any secrets, but Cheryl Barnes wants to play at the next level as well, and she's probably going to make a decision here in the next week or so.
Good for her.
She's got a number of schools who have been recruiting her, and she wants to play at that next level. And I think she probably, just like Molly, has the ability to do so.
and that's so great, from this area, a small town area. It goes to show you put in the hard work and the effort, you are rewarded. You just need to put in that effort like these two girls have over the last 4 years, and they're given the opportunity to play at the next level, the collegiate level.
And when you go down the roster, and we mentioned early on that both of the teams are relatively young. Knox a little younger than North Judson, but you look down those rosters, and you're going to have some more of these players playing at the collegiate level as well.
Well, we know these two teams, whenever they meet, doesn't matter the sport, Harold, they like to go at each other. I think I've heard you could be tiddlywinks in the back alley. These two teams are going to give everything they got against each other.
Oh, yeah.
These two schools, they like each other when they're not facing each other, but when they face each other, these two schools, man, it's a heated rivalry.
Yeah, again, with all of the travel ball that's played today, these kids know each other. In the old days when I was a kid, you didn't really know those guys from North Judson. You knew them by reputation, and occasionally when they were trying to date the same girls you were, but by and large, they, you didn't really know them. Now these kids all know each other a lot. So the stage is set, and the introduction of the players coming up here, and it doesn't the first game of the season, and as you mentioned earlier, Mitch, whether it's football or basketball or softball or whatever, that first game is always so much fun.
Yeah, getting things ready and getting excited as they're going through the starting lineups. We'll go ahead and run through that one more time for the Lady Redskins in the field to start today, as they are the home team hosting the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. We'll see Sarah Ford in left field, Addison Spinagle in center field, and Haley Miller in right field. The infield shows Maya Sherrod at third, Kinsey Sanders at second, Maddie Henshaw at first, Zoe Bullington will be the shortstop, Elise Wolf behind home plate as the catcher, and Cheryl Barnes gets the call to start in the circle for the Redskins. We'll pause for our national anthem. So they're going through the lineups as well for the Lady Jays. Their batting order shows the left fielder Caitlin Hammock leading off, then the catcher Olivia Tim, pitcher Molly Madsen, and the second baseman Sophia Chaffins is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth will be center fielder Lexi Howard, the designated player Callie England, and then the first baseman Macy Morrow bats seventh. Third baseman Alyssa Lambert is at the 8th slot, and at the bottom of the lineup we will see the shortstop Amelia Chaffins. The flex player for the Lady Jays in the field at right field is Ella Chambers. She is the flex position, while Callie England is that designated player batting for her. Oh man, the Jays and the Redskins always have a good battle. It's interesting, like we talked earlier in the pregame, the football season started against each other, the basketball season started against each other, and now the softball season starts against each other. The only thing left, we need to get the baseball teams to face off against each other first.
This is the way it should be.
I think they'd rather have a few games under their belt first. I think Coach Waters wouldn't mind just getting a couple of games in, because that rivalry battle especially, it can get heated.
Yeah, and again, they aren't in the same conference anymore, but if you get off to a great start against your arch rival, that certainly could make a big difference in the momentum that you have early in the season. And likewise, if you don't get off to such a good start, real questions. So the Blue Jays have been introduced, and now here come the Redskins, and
they will be in all white jerseys with red pants. Pinstripes, the patented pinstripes for the Redskins, for the Blue Jays, blue jerseys and white pants with the patented gold trim. They've got the gold socks. Head coach of the Winamac Warriors football team back in the day, Tim Roth, he always, when he talks about it, he says, yeah, they wear the blue and gold, they think they're Notre Dame. Of course, Winamac and North Judson, they have a history as well.
Of course, a lot of people don't know that the Knox school colors are actually red, white, and blue, because so often they have only the red and white. But the blue came from the blue streaks of old Center High School that burned down in 1943.
Wow.
And they went over to Knox and took the blue color with them. At any rate, one of the things that the Blue Jays are going to have to be careful of, too, Molly Madsen's had some injury problems. And she was limited to pretty much one sport, and she could be a multi-sport athlete as well.
We go ahead and turn things over for our national anthem. Every morning, join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central. You can catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News reporters Rusty Nixon and Becca Shepard. You can catch their stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Today's first pitch is brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter here. We go live every Saturday throughout the school year at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM, WKVI.com, streaming throughout the world. Turn things over to our play-by-play special guest tonight. It's Harold Welter.
Well, let's see how the Blue Jays get off and running here with Caitlin Hammock leading off. And in the circle, of course, for the Redskins will be Cheryl Barnes, a right-handed throwing senior, a five-sport athlete here at Knox High School. And she is a right-handed thrower, gets good movement on the ball, and she's going to have a lot of that as Caitlin Hammock, the sophomore, coming up to lead off, a right-handed swinger. Number 16, right-handed swinger, Caitlin Hammock. And the first pitch of the 2026 season, Barnes, right-handed thrower, the wind-up and the delivery, and it is inside. Ball one, a little bit low, 2-0-1 the count.
Talked about how important it is to have a good leadoff hitter. Caitlin Hammock, a good eye there. She's going to be very strong this season.
Wide open stance to wind up the delivery, and it is in there in the outside corner. Strike one, 1-1. So there you see Barnes going inside with the first pitch, outside with the second. Good movement. Here is the windup by Barnes. The windup, the delivery, and it's smashed back into the screen. Strike two. 1-2 the count. To the leadoff hitter for the Blue Jays, Caitlin Hammock. Right-handed swingers, we said, a wide open stance. Here is the wind-up and the delivery, and it is in there. Strike three.
Kind of froze Hammock there. She wasn't expecting it to be in the zone, and now she's kind of letting Olivia Tim, who's coming up to bat next, she's giving her a little pointers here what to look for from Cheryl. She's got a lot of movement on those pitches.
Yeah, she moves the ball pretty well, and Olivia Tim stepping up, number 17. The junior catcher, left-handed hitter, stands way back in the box. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and it is in there. Strike at the knees. Tim looked like she wanted to do the slap hit there. Yeah. And it's strike one.
We've seen it be very effective the last few years.
Tim standing way back in the box, the left-handed hitter, the wind-up, the delivery, and a smash foul.
And Coach Baxter goes with a sophomore, Caitlin Hammock, to lead off, and then he has the junior here, Olivia Tim. And then we'll see Molly Madsen, the senior. So sophomore, junior, senior, the top of the batting order here.
Strike 2, 0-2 the count on Olivia Tim. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, way outside, ball 1. So, 1-2 the count to the second batter, Olivia Tim. For the Blue Jays, here is the wind-up and the delivery, and it is in there! Strike 3. Woo!
Taking down the top 2 batters early, and here come the old friends to face off against each other. You'd mentioned it earlier, Harold, freshman year, we saw Molly Madsen jack a home run on Cheryl Barnes. A couple years later, Barnes returns the favor.
Here is Madsen, right-handed swinger. Here is Barnes, the wind-up, the delivery, and it is in there at the knees. Strike. I was looking through some old pictures of these old friends today and came up with a couple of basketball games they played against each other early on. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
She starts low and inside, then up top and away, and that got Molly to swing at it. Now she's got her right where she wants her. What a start for Cheryl.
0-2, the wind-up and the delivery, and a smash to the shortstop, throw over to first, and the 3 out. No!
She dropped it, had it in her glove. The first baseman, Maddie Hinshaw.
Wow. So, Molly Madsen is safe on an error.
Great snag by the shortstop, Zoe Bullington. Threw it on a frozen rope to first, but Hinshaw couldn't secure it.
Here is the wind-up and the delivery by Barnes, and a throw down to second, and the slide by Madsen, and she is in there. Madsen goes about 6'1 or 6'2, and she's got some speed. So a 2 out, 1 on at second base, and a 1-0 count. Here is the windup and the delivery inside. Ball 2.
And that's something that Coach Baxter talked to us about. He wants to be aggressive early on in the season. He wants to get runs across as soon as possible, and that's what he did there with Molly Madsen, getting her to 2.
Sophia Chaffins, the senior at the plate. The windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. The throw down to third, and they got her. They got her.
A little too aggressive there.
Woo!
We're going to take a break and come back. Bottom of the first is on the way. Scoreless. What a great start for the Redskins. We'll be back after this.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Here in Knox, Indiana, Mitch Columbia along with Harold Welters. We go to the bottom of the first. A great start for the Redskins. Scoreless here, but the Jays were able to get in scoring position. A little lackadaisical there towards the end.
A great throw there by Wolf to Sherrod down at third to get the runner out there. And so the Redskins will have their first opportunity at the plate. And leading things off will be Addie Spinagle, the center fielder, a junior. And again, it's going to be interesting to see what the Redskins are able to do here early on with those 4 freshmen in the lineup.
What I'm interested to see is, can they carry over that success from last year? When you get a deep postseason run like that, you get more games under your belt. Girl like Addison Spinagle, we've seen her be so successful, and she is very quick as the leadoff hitter.
Right-handed swinger. And, of course, Molly Madsen in the circle for the Blue Jays, right-handed thrower. She can put some heat on the ball. Here is the windup, the delivery, and it is high and outside. Ball 1 to Spinagle. 0-1 the count. Spinagle, straightaway stance. Here's the windup, the delivery, high and outside. Ball 2. Spinagle stands squarely in that box. Straightaway stance, right-handed hitter. Madsen delivers, and a smash into short right field, and it is hauled in there for the out by Ella Chambers. So there's 1 away.
Molly starts with a couple of balls, but she's able to get one in the zone. A tough one to hit for Spinagle, and it pops back to right field. Good track down for the Jays. If they can mimic what the Redskins have done to them, this game's going to go down to the wire.
Demaya Sherrod will be the second hitter, left-handed swinger for Knox, and she smashes one back into deep center field, and it is grabbed there by Lexi Howard.
It's a good
2 away.
It's a good sign early. We've talked with area coaches before. When softball was a shorter field, there's a lot of action out into the outfield. May not see that in a baseball season, but during the softball season, you're going to get some big-time hits, and you're going to have quick athletes in the outfield to track those down. Good job there from center.
That brings up another freshman, Zoe Bullington.
Oh,
the first pitch. Inside and low, ball 1.
Got past Olivia Tim. You don't see that very often. Tim and Madsen have worked a long time together.
Here's the windup, the delivery, and a smash foul. Off to the right.
And that was something Coach Baxter kind of talked about. He's going to rely on Tim and Madsen a lot this season because their chemistry is so good.
Madsen, right-handed thrower with 2 away. The windup, the delivery, outside. Oh, caught that outside corner, strike 2. Great breaking ball there by Molly.
Yeah, she'll start inside. She goes outside. She comes up top. She's like in the strike zone right now, finding out where it's at.
The windup, the delivery, strike 3. She struck her out. So, in the inning, there's 3 up and 3 down and no runs and no hits and no errors and nobody left. And after 1 full inning of play, the score, North Judson nothing, Knox nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They certainly recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck here in the spring. Mitch Columbia along with Harold Welter. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI opening day between the Knox Lady Redskins and the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. We go to the top of the second.
And leading off the top of the second will be Sophia Chaffins, a right-handed swinger. And here is the delivery and a swing and a miss, strike 1. You're going to go 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. That's Sophia Chaffins, Lexi Howard, and Callie England. In that order. The windup, the delivery, and it is low and inside. Ball 1, 1-1.
I'm watching Cheryl Barnes, Harold. The thing I've always liked about her is she does not like to mess around. She wants to get to work and come at you.
Yeah, she doesn't do a lot of dancing around out there. Here's a pitch and it's slammed into the fence to the right, strike two.
You know, we see at this level with no pitch clock, a lot of pitchers will take their time trying to throw the rhythm off the batter. Cheryl says, you can't catch up to me anyway. I'm coming at you.
Yeah. The windup and the delivery again, and a swing and a miss. She struck her out.
What a great start to this game for Cheryl Barnes.
3 Ks out of 4 hitters. And the only reason she didn't get that fourth out was an error.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up Lexi Howard, the sophomore center fielder, number 28, right-handed hitter. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Strike one.
Yeah, she is just going through this lineup right now, blowing by the pitches. They can't quite get her down. It'll be interesting to see once we get back to the top of the batting order how they respond.
Here is the windup, the delivery, and it is low and outside, and ball 1-1 to Lexi Howard. You know, one of the things that you look at any North Judson-San Pierre roster and you see the same names year after year. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Strike two. I mean, you've always going to have some Manns and Howards and Chaffins. Here is the windup and the delivery, and inside. Ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I've heard coaches say it before. If it's that close, go ahead and wear it. Get on base.
Yeah.
Almost hit her elbow.
Howard. Smash foul. Back out of play over the fence. Bounced off the hood of my car, I believe, over there.
You know, if a coach ever told me to wear it, I'd say, are you kidding? Are you crazy?
2 balls and 2 strikes. Alexi Howard, the right-handed hitter. The windup, the delivery, and a smash deep in the left field. Left fielder going back, and holds it in for the out.
We're kind of seeing, some jitters at the plate for both teams right now, not being able to get points on the board or get runs across, switching from basketball to baseball season. But, when the Jays got Molly Madsen to second, they really kind of hesitated. Molly hesitated trying to get to third there. They could have had a runner, just right down the area.
Kelly England, the next hitter, and a swing and a miss. Strike one for Kelly England, the junior, who is the designated player here for the Jays today. Right-handed hitter. Stands in there, square in the middle of the box, straightaway stance, the wind-up, the delivery way outside and high. That is ball 1-1. Ball 1, strike 1. To Callie England, the junior, steps back into the box. Barnes, the wind-up, the delivery, and a bunt foul, and that'll be strike 2, 1-2. Well, I'll tell you what, Henshaw was really charging from first base to deal with that attempted bunt. 1-2 the count with 2 out. The wind-up, the delivery by Barnes, and a swing and a miss. She struck her out. So, in the inning, 2 strikeouts there for Barnes. And in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 1.5 innings of play, the score remains North Judson nothing, Knox nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Both teams still feeling each other out here on opening day between the Knox Lady Redskins and the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. Our special guest play-by-play announcer, over 50 years of experience. It's Harold Dwelter. We're so glad he's joined us tonight. I know a lot of the listeners are very excited to hear you, Harold.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but here is the windup at the delivery and a smash foul off into the parking lot to the right by Cheryl Barnes, the leadoff hitter for the Redskins. Here in the bottom of the second inning, 0-0 ball game. Here's the windup, the delivery, and a smash down the right field line just across the fence over there. There's another thing about Cheryl Barnes. She doesn't let her bat sit on her shoulder very often either, but she's behind her friend Molly Madsen now with an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. Molly Madsen, the right-handed thrower. The windup, the delivery, and the smash deep into right field, and it is a home run for Cheryl Barnes, her first of the year, against her good friend Molly Madsen. It sailed over that right field fence. No doubt about it, and she is greeted by her teammates. Oh my, what a way to start for Cheryl Barnes.
First at bat of the season, sends it over the fence.
Gotta say, send out a greeting to her sister, Bethy Barnes, who is listening out there in New Hampshire at the University of New Hampshire. And, of course, they were teammates forever. And so she's listening out there in New Hampshire, and she's cheering on that one. Okay, here is the windup, the delivery, and a foul off to the right by Sarah Fort. So the Redskins come out in the second inning, and they go with their 3 seniors at the plate. Barnes, Fort, and Elise Wolf. Here is the second pitch, and it is way outside, 1-1.
2 things to look at here. How does Molly Madsen respond, or does Sarah Fort say, let's add on to this here?
That's it. 1-1 the count, the delivery, high and outside. And it is ball 2, strike 1 to Sarah Fort. The right-handed swinging senior with a straightaway stance and a pitch high and inside. That's ball 3, 3-1 the count. 1-0 ball game with no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The windup, the delivery, and it is inside, ball 4. So Fort walks.
And see, that's exactly what the Redskins want to do here. They want to add on to that big-time home run from Cheryl Barnes. They get Sarah Fort on base, and now we see Elise Wolf, the catcher, step in here.
Wow. Elise
Wolf,
there she goes. Fakes the bunt. Here is a slide, and she is in there. Sarah Fort with a head-first slide into second.
So now the Redskins are saying, hey, we can be aggressive on the bases too.
Elise Wolf, the senior catcher, right-handed hitter, straightaway stance. Here is the delivery, and high and outside. Ball 1, 1-1. With 1 in, 1 on, no outs. And Elise Wolf at the plate. Here is the windup and the delivery, and a smash foul out of play to the right. Still right 2. 1-2.
We'll see what Fort does here. She may go to third if they're not careful. The Jays, as I'm saying, aren't careful here.
Here's the windup, the delivery, and a smash. Base hit in the left field. And that'll put runners at the corners. Elise Wolf delivering.
It's turning out to be a very good half inning here for the Lady Redskins right now, and it all started with that home run jack by Cheryl Barnes. She's going to be the one, we talked about it, Harold. She's going to set the intensity, set the pace. She's just a go-getter, and she's aggressive, and now the Redskins are responding off that.
Marilee Henshaw, the first baseman. Here is a steal of second. Oh, they start to throw down there and then have to back off because you got their runner at third. So now you got runners at second and third with nobody out. And the Redskins leading it 1-0. And here is a check swing tap strike. 1-1.
This is a huge moment for Molly.
The windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. She brought the heat that time.
And she's going to have to pitch like that the rest of this inning. She cannot allow too many runs here for the Redskins if she wants to keep her Jays right there.
Yeah. Madeline Henshaw, the sophomore, and it gets away from the catcher, but they don't try to get that run in there because it was a good job by Olivia Tim to recover that pass ball. 2-2 the count to Henshaw. Here is Madsen, a swing and a foul. Throw down to first for the out. So, there's one away.
And Tim threw it down to Morrow and immediately tagged the bag and started running towards home plate to keep Sarah Ford at third. So they're great awareness here in the opening game for the Jays.
That brings up Haley Miller, the freshman right fielder for the Redskins. Here's the windup, the delivery by Madsen. A swing, check swing, strike 1 anyway.
And see, like you talked about, these freshmen now that are at bat, these are quality moments for them. But if you're Molly Madsen, you got to deliver an out here.
Yep, here's the pitch way outside and high. Ball 1, 1-1. 1 in, 1 out, 2 on for the Knox Redskins. Miller, smack. Deep into right or shallow right field. It's grabbed there for the out. Here comes the run for the Redskins, though.
Fort tagged up.
Fort scores.
And that also advances Elise Wolf to 3 here. So the Redskins now 2-0 over the Jays. This was a huge inning for them.
Two away, 2 in. Now you're at the number 9 spot, and a swing and a miss by Mackenzie Sanders. Mackenzie, another one of those freshmen, right-handed hitter with a straightaway stance. And here comes Madsen's pitch, and it is in there, right at the knees. But here comes the steal, and it is safe. The run scores. Wow, what an effort there by Elise Wolf coming in from third. Woo!
You saw head coach Richie Morgan. He was telling her, go, 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 because right as Tim was throwing back to Molly Madsen, she's already halfway down the line, and she slides in safe. Madsen tried to get it back to Tim, but it wasn't in time. She bobbled it. 3 runs in this half inning. Huge moment for the Redskins.
Wow. 2 out, 3 in. And here is the windup, the delivery, and a smash down the right field line and out of play. So, 0-2 the count to Mackenzie Sanders, the freshman second baseman for the Redskins. Here is the windup, the delivery by Madsen, and it is low and inside. Ball 1, 1-2.
She tried to paint that inside corner. It just got away from her.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Madsen, the windup, the delivery, and almost hit the batter. 2-2. Right-handed hitter, freshman Sanders, and she smashes one, and it is high and grabbed by, wait a minute.
Morrow dropped it.
Oh, my.
She was in foul territory, so it'll bring Sanders back.
Morrow, the first baseman, thought she had it, then didn't have it. 2-2 the count with 2 out and 3 in for the Knox Redskins in the bottom of the second inning. The windup, the delivery, and a smash base hit in the left field. Whoa! Sanders.
Good rip. right to left field. And now we go back to the top of the batting order. We've talked about it with Chris McGowan on the Saturday Sports Line, also with other coaches in the area. When you go back to the top of the batting order, if you're the first team to do so, more times than not, you're the team that wins the whole thing.
Addie Spinagle, who flew out to right field her first time up, stands in with 2 out and 3 in and 1 on, and she smashes one foul out of play to the right.
What's interesting about this matchup is they'll turn around on Wednesday and face off against each other again.
Yeah.
So quick turnaround here between these two teams.
0-1 the count to Addie Spinagle, the center fielder for the Redskins. Molly Madsen to wind up the delivery, and it is low. 1-1. Thought she had it there. Molly looks over at Coach Baxter. Now steps up to the rubber and delivers, and it is in there at the knees. Woo! She brought that one, 1 and 2.
And those are the kind of placements that Molly's going to have to hone in here the rest of this inning and, quite frankly, the rest of this game.
Here is the wind-up and the delivery, and again it is low, and it gets away from the catcher momentarily, and the runner goes down to second. Woo-wee. Two and two the count with 2 out. Madsen to wind up the delivery, and it is fouled. Back out of play to the right.
You know, while it is a beautiful day, it is a little cool, 49 degrees here, a little wind in Knox. So, you know, the weather can be a little bit of an issue. It's going to be hot as the season goes on, but right now, 49 degrees can be a little chilly.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Both teams have the same temperature to wind up the delivery, and it is in there. Strike 3. So, the Blue Jays' Molly Madsen gets the her first strikeout or second strikeout of the day after one. And let's see, in the inning there were 3 runs. I'm trying to add this up now on 3 hits and no errors and 1 left. And so at the end of what is that? 2.5 innings of play.
Yeah, we're at
2 innings of play. 3-0 Knox. Let's pause for a moment.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Back here in Knox, Indiana, Mitch Columbia along with Harold Welter, our special guest play-by-play announcer. We go to the top of the third.
And here is a swing and a miss at the top of the third. This is Macy Morrow's swing and a miss. Strike 1. Here is Barnes' second delivery, a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Woo-wee.
And you just see Cheryl saying, I'm not going to let this game slip through my hands. I'm attacking.
Yep. Here is a pitch flying outside. Ball 1. Let that one get away from her. But as you said, Barnes likes to work quickly. Here is the windup and the delivery and a swing and a miss. She struck her out.
The ultimate confidence, ultimate competitor. She's not afraid of the big moment. She attacks the moments. She's ready to go. I mean, whatever she's been doing in the offseason, Harold, I mean, she's picked up right where she left off last year.
Yeah, 5 strikeouts. Here's the windup, the delivery, and low and outside. Ball 1. And this is Alyssa Lambert, the third baseman, a junior for the Blue Jays.
Great player over the years for them.
Wind up the delivery, and it is in there. Strike at the waist. Boy, I tell you what, Barnes, I mentioned the pregame. She has good movement on her ball, but I think we've seen every movement she's got out there. Here is the windup and the delivery by Barnes, and a swing and a miss. Strike two.
Lambert wanted that one. What a cut.
And she has been ahead of every batter.
And that tells you she's ready to go this season. If you're going to face the Redskins this year, you're going to have to be prepared.
The windup, the delivery, high and outside, and it is ball 2, 2-2. Well, she's been throwing well, and her bats work today, too. Here is the windup, the delivery, low and inside. Count goes full for the first time. Alyssa Lambert running that to a full count. Here is Barnes, the windup, the delivery, and it is ball 4. Her first walk.
And a good eye there by Alyssa Lambert, using her experience as the junior. Waits on it and waits for the moment and allows Barnes to walk her.
This is Amelia Chafin stepping in now, crowding the plate a little bit. A swing and a miss. Strike one. Amelia Chafin's one of those two freshmen in the lineup. The other being Chambers out in right field, who doesn't bat. Here is Barnes, the windup, the delivery, takes something off of it. A swing and a miss. Strike.
You see head coach Baxter, he's telling Amelia Chafin's here, just calm down, take a breath here. You know Cheryl's coming at you, just wait on the pitch.
With one out, the windup, the delivery, high and outside, throw down to first, runner back in time.
He was happy with her there. He let that pitch go out, away and outside. Barnes was seeing if she could get her to chase.
Well, the Jays in a good situation right now with just one out, one on, and here is the delivery, strike 3. Just when you think you got it going there. There is the second out. And here is Barnes to wind up the delivery, high and outside. Well, actually, oh, she caught the outside corner of that. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Woo, strike one. Here is Barnes, delivery again, and a smash foul down the left field line by Caitlin Hammock. We failed to mention that we're at the back of the top of the order again.
See, when you're having a dominant performance in the circle, the infield and the outfield still need to be ready.
Yep. 2 away, wind up the delivery. Strike 3, got it on the outside corner. So, in the inning, there were, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So, 3 strikeouts. And after now 2.5 innings of play, the score remains Knox 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. McGrath Refrigeration, voted Stark County's favorite heating and air conditioning dealer, is your local Armstrong Air dealer. Call today, 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Opening day here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. The Knox Lady Redskins lead the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays 3-0. Mitch Columbia along with Harold Welter.
Well, the Redskins are going to go, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup here. Sherrod, Bullington, and Barnes in that order. DeMaya, the freshman left-handed hitter, struck out her first time out. And here is Madsen's delivery, and it is low. Boy, she had some heat on that, but it was just low, and that makes it ball 1. Right-handed thrower, the wind-up, the delivery, and a smash into left field, and it is. Did she grab that?
She snagged it, Harold.
Oh, my! Woo! What a catch out there. I couldn't even see if she got it or not. Was that Hammock?
Yeah.
What a catch.
Dove for it, and that's a huge save for the Jays.
Oh, yes.
The last thing you want to do is allow the Redskins more runs here, down by 3.
Woo! That brings up Bullington for the Redskins. Right-handed hitter, the wind-up, the delivery, high and outside. Ball 1 to number 4, the freshman who struck out her first time up. And here is Madsen, the wind-up, the delivery, and it is low and inside. Ball 2, 2-0. Bullington at the plate, Barnes on deck. And here is Madsen, the wind-up, the delivery, and it is a smash foul out of play to the right. Strike 1, 2-1 with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning of play.
And it looks like the Jays have already decided to have someone warm up in the bullpen there.
And here is a foul out of play off to the right again.
Can't quite tell who it is from this distance, but I'd say Coach Baxter saying we need to have someone ready if Molly is not able to dial in here a little bit more. Of course, it is the first game of the season.
The wind-up, the delivery, and it is low. Ball 3, 3-2 the count.
You can tell Molly's just a little frustrated with herself. She knows she can deliver better than this. It's just been a tough start for her.
The wind-up and the delivery again, and a smash out into left field. Left fielder coming over and makes the grab. So there's 2 away now as Bullington flies out to left field. And that brings up Cheryl Barnes, who had the home run her first trip up in the 2nd inning. Right-handed swinger.
It's easier said than done, but if you're Molly here, you can't allow the same pitch that Cheryl was able to jack one on you. You're going to have to throw some interesting pitches here.
The wind-up, the delivery, low and inside. Ball 1. Yeah, you better not hang that out there on the outside at the knees for Barnes, or she's going to do what she did back in the 2nd inning.
And you see she goes right towards the inner portion of the plate there, trying to keep it low and inside.
Here's the wind-up, the delivery, and a base hit in the left field. Barnes' bat is working. Wow.
Home run at her first at bat, a single on her second at bat, and I think we'll see a substitute. Yeah, we're going to see a courtesy runner here. That is Kendra Linscott, number 15, who will courtesy run for Cheryl Barnes.
And that'll bring up Sarah Fort. And Sarah had a base on balls and scored a run her first time up. Pitch on the outside corner at the knees to strike 1. Well, if Molly can get out of this inning, it'll be a real plus for her. She doesn't give up another run. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and it's fouled. Down the right field line, the catcher comes over and makes the grab.
That's huge.
Great effort by Olivia Tim, hauling that one off the fence. And so, after 3 full innings of play, in that inning there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And so after 3 full innings of play, the score remains Knox 3 and North Judson nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Back here in Knox, Indiana, Mitch Columbia along with Harold Welter as we go to the top of the fourth. 3-0, the Redskins lead.
Okay, as we head now into the top of the fourth inning of play, North Judson trailing 3-0, and they will go 2-3-4 in the lineup, and the first delivery is fouled off to the left.
Now's
by
the time.
Olivia Tim.
And now's the time for the Jays.
Yeah.
You don't want to linger on here. You're in the fourth.
Strike one. Barnes, the windup, the delivery, and it is in there, strike two. Olivia wants to slap hit this thing, but she's let two get away now. 0-2 the count. The windup by Barnes, and high and outside, ball one. Boy, I tell you, that ball just jumped to the outside. The right-handed throwing senior, 4-year starter for the Redskins. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a foul down the left field line. Again, trying that slap hit. 1-2 the count remains. 1-2. To Olivia Tim. The wind up, the delivery by Barnes, and it is low and outside. The count goes even at 2-2.
The Redskins have decided to have someone warm up in the bullpen as well. It's Ava Jensen warming up in the bullpen.
Barnes, wind up, the delivery, and a smash back to Barnes. Throw over to first for the out. So it goes out there. And it goes 1-3, and there's one away. That'll bring up Sophia Chaffins. She struck out the first time up.
I believe it's Molly, actually.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is Molly. Okay. We're back at the number 3 hitter, and a swing and a miss by Molly Madsen. She was safe on an error the first time up. The wind up, the delivery, and a smash into right field. Right fielder going back and makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So there's 2 away, and that brings up, I believe, Sophia Chaffins. Right-handed swinger struck out her first time up. The wind-up and a foul. Out of play to the right, strike one. And again, Barnes consistently getting ahead of the hitters.
Yes. And the Jays just can't quite figure her out yet.
Here in the top of the fourth inning, the wind-up, the delivery, way outside and low. 1-1. Ball one, strike one to Sophia Chaffins. Senior second baseman, wide open stance, and the delivery is low and inside. Ball two. You know, when you're only up 3-0, you give up those walks, and that can really let the other team back in. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a smash down to the shortstop. The throw over to first. In time, it goes 6-3 for the out. And there's 3 up and 3 down, and no runs and no hits and no errors and nobody left. And so, after 3.5 innings of play, the score remains Knox 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
Since 2012, All Grain Transport has proudly served our area farmers. What started with Adam, his wife Lindsay, their oldest son Leland, and one truck, All Grain Transport has grown into 11 trucks strong and a family of 5 L's. All Grain Transport specializes in efficient grain hauling during harvest, and with on-site storage, customers can harvest faster and market their grain long after the season ends. From grain to a variety of ag needs, All Grain really can transport it all. All Grain Transport is proud to help continue the tradition here on WKVI Sports, so call them at 574-225-6131. That's All Grain Transport. Family driven, community strong, and built to haul it all.
Back here in Knox, Indiana, bottom of the fourth, Mitch Columbia along with Harold Welter, our special guest play-by-play announcer.
And we go now to the bottom of the fourth inning of play. And Elise Wolf leads off. And she smashes it down to the third baseman. Throw over to first for the out. So Wolf goes out 5-3, and there's one away. That'll bring up Madeline Henshaw, the sophomore first baseman, number 24. Right-handed swinger, the right-handed swinger swings and knocks it into the screen. Strike one. Strike one to Henshaw. Pitch outside this time, and it is ball one, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Henshaw, the sophomore, the wind up, the delivery, smashes it back into the fence to right. 1-2. One ball, two strikes. With one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning of play. And here is Madsen's delivery, and it is, a little bit low and outside. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Molly Madsen working quickly, the senior, the windup, the delivery, and fouled out of play again into the parking lot to our right. 2-2 the count. Well, Molly's throwing a lot more pitches than her Redskin counterpart. Right-handed throwing senior. Going to play at Elmhurst College next year. And here is the windup, the delivery, and fouled off again off the right side by Henshaw. Count remains at 2-2. With one out. And Haley Miller on deck for the Redskins. Here's the windup, the delivery, and again fouled out of play to the right.
Battle right now.
Oh, here is Madeline Henshaw stepping back in. Straightaway stance. 2-2 the count, the wind up, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. She struck her out.
Now we're starting to see Molly come alive here.
Yep.
And that's sometimes all it takes is, one gets rocked on you, you kind of wake up a little bit and say, hey, I need to bring a little bit more. She didn't allow any runs in the bottom of the third, and she's trying to do that here in the bottom of the fourth.
Third strikeout of the day. This is Haley Miller, the freshman right fielder, and as check swings to ball one. Outside. Ball one to Haley Miller. She flew out to right field the first time up. And here is the wind up, the delivery inside. This time it goes ball two. Ball two. Molly Madsen, right-handed senior. Taking her time, wind up, the delivery, smash down to the third baseman to throw over to first. And
what's he going to call?
What was that?
I guess they're saying it was foul.
Okay.
Hit the box before it actually got down, the little dribbler.
Okay,
it's a third
so
to Alyssa Lambert.
Ball 2, strike 1. Here is the windup, the delivery, and it is high. Ball 3, strike 1 to Haley Miller, the freshman right fielder. As we said, she flew out to right field the first time up. Here is the windup, the delivery, and it is high and outside. Ball 4. So, base on balls for Haley Miller, and that'll bring up Mackenzie Sanders, the freshman second baseman, number 22. And here is a smash out of play to the right, strike 1. And I believe, let's see, where are we here in the fourth? Okay. Mackenzie Sanders, first time up, had a base hit. Right-handed freshman, right back to the pitcher, throw over to first, and it goes out 1-3. And they get out of the inning. In the inning, no runs on no hits and no errors and nobody left. After 3.5 innings of play, the score remains Knox 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
More people are switching to Surf Internet because they've had enough with slow speeds, rising bills, and internet that struggles when everyone is online. Here's what your neighbors Anita and Anthony had to say after they switched.
Great value, awesome speeds, and zero issues.
We should have switched sooner.
Switching is easy. Plans start at just $30 a month with AutoPay, with free installation, all-in pricing, and no contracts. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas.
Web Printing at JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing at JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. Top of the fifth with Harold Welter.
Well, I said 3.5 innings. That was obviously 4 full innings. We go to the top of the 5th inning of play now for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. And Barnes delivers the first pitch way high and outside to Lexi Howard. She flew out to left field her first time up. Right-handed hitter, the wind-up, the delivery, and it is in there. Strike at the waist. 1-1. Ball 1, strike 1. To Lexi Howard. The wind-up, the delivery, and a smash. Out of play, off to the left. It was deep down there, a few yards to the right, and that sucker's out.
I said it in the last half inning, but this half inning, if you're the Jays, you got to get on base. You got to get in scoring position here.
Yeah, 1-2. And here is a foul out of play. Strike 2, 1-2. The count remains to Lexi Howard. Here at the top of the 5th inning of play. Callie England on deck, and here's a smash foul down the left field line, and the count remains at 1-2. So Howard getting her stick on the ball against Barnes. Barnes, the wind-up, the delivery, and it is high. Ball 2, 2-2. Let go of that just a little bit sooner than she wanted to. Here is Barnes working quickly. The wind-up, the delivery, and it is low, and the count goes full at 3-2. Only the second time today that it has been a full count. With no outs, Jays trying to get it going. Wind up, the delivery inside, and it is ball 4. So here's the Jays. Their best opportunity they've had here. Base on balls by Lexi Howard, and that brings up Callie England. the right-handed hitter who struck out the first time up. Here's the wind-up, the delivery, and it is fouled. Back out of play as she tries to move it with a bunt, and it is strike one.
And that's exactly what they need to do here. It's getting to the point now we've got to have runners in scoring position, and that's what England was trying to do there. Bunt, get it in play, get to second.
This is their opportunity right here. They're only down 3-0. And here is Barnes, the wind-up, the delivery, and
there it is.
Bunt. Third baseman over to first, and get
no.
it out. They throw over to third,
no.
now to second, and they got her! Oh, double play! Whoa!
Yep. And I think she tried to not only she tried to round second to third, and Coach Baxter is trying to say something to the infield umpire. They're going to come together and talk here, both umpires will.
Whoa, man.
And it looks like he's
not happy.
He is definitely not happy. And then it looks like the runner that advanced to second there, Chaffins, she will be called out. A little overzealous there, rounding second to third. You just go ahead and take the dribbler from the bunt and get to second to be in scoring position, and now that kind of shoots themselves in the foot here.
Yeah, double play right there. And this is Macy Morrow, I believe, right-handed hitter. Here is Barnes, the wind-up, the delivery, and it is low. Ball one. Macy struck out her first time up. Barnes working quickly, the wind-up and the delivery, and it is low and outside, and it goes ball two. So Barnes getting a little winded here. Throwing a lot more balls. And here is a smash. Base hit into right field. So Macy Morrow gets the single, breaks up the no-hitter by Barnes. Oh, and that'll bring up Alyssa Lambert. Alyssa walked the first time up. Wide open stance, the wind up, the delivery, foul into the fence, strike one. With two out, one on for the Jays. Still their time to make it happen right here.
And like you said earlier, Lambert was the first walk of the afternoon. Here she is for her second appearance.
Here is a smash foul back into the fence to the right, strike two, 0-2. You're down 3-0 in the fifth inning. There's still plenty of time for the Jays if they could get even one across this inning.
Huge. They need something.
Barnes again working quickly. The senior delivers high and outside. Ball one, throw down to first. The runner is back in time. Nice throw down there by Wolf. 1-2 the count with two out. Lambert at the plate. The wind-up and the delivery, and it is a smash into center field. Another base hit. Oh, here come the Jays as Lambert gets that base hit. And that will take us to Amelia Chaffins. Is that right? Yeah, number 5. Struck out her first time up with two out. Here is the windup and the delivery, and it is in there on the outside corner, strike one. That's one of those moving pitches that Barnes does so well. And here is the windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss, strike two. With two on, two out. An extra base hit could make this game really interesting right here. Here is the windup, the delivery, and it is low and outside. Ball one, 1-2.
See, if you're Chaffins here, you're going to have to be careful because Barnes is going to try to get out of this inning right here, right now.
Chaffins crowding that plate, the windup, the delivery,
There
and
it
it is in there. It's to right three. She struck her out.
What a pitch.
Oh, what a way to get out after giving up two hits. 2 on. It could have been an explosive inning for the Jays. Instead, the Redskins get out of it with that strikeout by Barnes. And so after 4.5 innings of play, the score remains Knox 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
The team at LAP Waste is ready to serve you. Here's Honey Lamer.
Yes, we are so blessed at LAP Waste. We have been able to expand our staffing, and we have some amazing drivers, office help. We are just absolutely blessed in the group that we currently have.
Kirby Anderson, how does someone reach out to LAP to become a customer?
It's real simple. They can either email lapwaste@yahoo.com, and then we will get in contact with them, or they can call the office at 574-542-4019.
Score update from one of our other area teams in action. The Oregon Davis Lady Cats softball club taking on the Triton Lady Trojans at the top of the third. Triton leads OD 8-5. Back in our game, 3-0. The Redskins lead the Jays.
And they're back on the top of the order. Spinagle, and she fouls one out of play off to the left. Strike one. Spinagle flew out to right field and then struck out in her first 2 innings. The left-hander fouls another one off to the left. Strike 2, 0-2 the count.
So wind has died down tremendously. The sun's still shining bright on the infield. 48 degrees here in Knox, so it's a little chilly.
A little chilly, but it's time for softball. Here is the windup, the delivery by Madsen, and it's high and outside. Ball 1. 1-2. To Addie Spinagle, the center fielder, the left-handed hitter. Here is Madsen's delivery, and it is fouled off to the left. 1-2 the count on Addie Spinagle. Sherrod and Bullington, the next 2 up for the Redskins.
See, if you're Molly here with a 1-2 count, you don't want to play around here with Spinagle. Let's get the out. Let's keep things rolling here and get back to the top of the 6th.
The wind up, the delivery, and a smash deep into left field and fouled out of play. Count remains at 1-2. Well, these two teams will meet again on Wednesday. Will WKVI be there? Of course. Okay, 1-2 to count. To Spinagle. The wind-up, the delivery, and a smash down to the second baseman, and it's through there for a base hit. Whoa!
Chafin's tried to snag it backhanded, and it just wasn't able to get into her glove. Slips by back to the center fielder, and now the Redskins have a player on base, runner on base, I should say. So this is a huge moment here, and it looks like this is
Demaya Sherrod. Left-handed hitter. She flew out to the left field. Here is a slide into second for the stolen base.
They threw
Spinagle.
Threw down to the shortstop for the Jays, Amelia Chafins. That position was Alyssa Lambert's last year. That's something Coach Baxter talked about on the Saturday Sports Line. A little bit of a transition for Lambert to adjust at third.
Yeah. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and a smash. Fouled on the right field line. I'll tell you what, Sherrod almost had a base hit right there. Ooh-ah. 1-1 the count with 1 on for the Redskins at the bottom of the 5th inning of play. Here is Madsen's delivery and a smash into center field, and it is grabbed. Oh, the runner acted like she wanted to go, but Sherrod flies out to center field for the first out.
And Chafin's at the shortstop position, a freshman. That's something Coach Baxter talked about. She's going to have some learning curves here early on in the season to get this position down at short.
That'll bring up Zoe Bullington, right-handed hitting freshman. First pitch is strike 1.
And Spinagle right now is kind of toying with the Jays a little bit here.
Yeah, taking a long lead off, huh? Bullington. Here is the windup, the delivery, foul back into the fence, direct to 0-2 to Bullington.
That's what I think is so impressive about softball is you don't actually get a lead off. You cannot step your foot off the bag until the pitch is thrown.
With one out, one on, the windup and the delivery and a smash into center field, and it is grabbed there for the out by Lexi Howard.
And Howard knew immediately, I'm throwing right to second base. I'm not going to toy with Spinagle. We're going to get to second as soon as possible.
That brings up Cheryl Barnes. She's 2 for 2 at the plate, including a home run her first time up against her old friend Molly Madsen. Then she had a single.
If you're Molly, you're going to have to be careful here. Runner in scoring position.
Wind up the delivery, and it is inside. Ball 1. Well, I'll tell you what, you gotta give Barnes the inside pitch. Right-handed hitter. Here is the windup, the delivery way outside, but it is catching the corner strike one. Great delivery there by Molly Madsen. Said, I'll throw it outside. I'll get it by her. 1-1 the count. The windup, the delivery high and outside, and it is ball 2, 2-1. Espinagle, she's teasing him. Trying to run to third, maybe. Here is Madsen. The windup, the delivery, and a smash to the shortstop. Throw over to first.
Good.
For the out. So they get out of the inning as Barnes goes out 6-3. In the inning, there was no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. And so, after 5 full innings of play, the score remains Knox 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Been a great afternoon here on opening day. Mitch Columbia along with Harold Welter. 3-0, the Redskins still lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Or the top of the 6th, I should say.
Top of the 6th inning of play, and the Jays really need to get it together here. Here's Barnes' first pitch to wind up the delivery. Swing and a foul off to the right.
Yeah, if you don't get anything in this half inning, you're leaving it up to the top of the 7th to really see if you can win this game or come back. You'd really want to get some help here in this half inning.
Yeah, and they're at the top of the order, and here is the second pitch that is in there. It's to Reich as the hitter, Caitlin Hammock, goes for the bunt attempt there, and it doesn't work. So it's strike 2, 0-2, and the pitch is high and outside. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. The top of the 6th inning of play here, and the Jays are at the top of the order. That's where you want to be. Here is Barnes, the windup, the delivery, and a smash. Foul out of play to the left. 1-2 the count. On Caitlin Hammock, she struck out in the first inning, struck out again in the 3rd inning, and here we are in the 6th. That wide open stance she has, the wind up, the delivery, and a pop up down the right field line, and it is foul. Count will remain 1-2. First baseman was coming back, the second baseman coming over, the right fielder coming on, but neither one of them could get to it. in foul territory. The count remains at 1-2 to Caitlin Hammock with Olivia Tim on deck. Here is Barnes. The wind-up, the delivery, a swing and a miss. She struck her out.
It's a good sign here from Barnes. We've seen bullpen work throughout this game, but both coaches have said, I'm sticking with my ace.
I think that's, 9 strikeouts for Barnes.
She is having a heck of a day.
Olivia Tim at the plate now. She was out. Pitcher to third, pitcher to first, and again the slap hit attempt is a foul. Strike one.
And we talked about it earlier, when you're having this much of a command in the circle, the infield and the outfield individuals still need to be ready for anything, because I know sometimes it's just kind of, you get a little bored, but you got to stay in it here.
Yep. Wind up the delivery and a foul down the right field line. And that kind of spun out on Olivia Tim. Looked like she might have one of those little hits right down the right field line, and it skipped back across the chalk. And it's an 0-2 count to Olivia Tim, the left-handed hitter. Here is the windup, the delivery, and outside. This time, ball one, 1-2. That's what Barnes does. She goes inside, outside. She gets good movement on the ball in a couple of different ways, and I haven't seen her change up here today yet.
It's been all heat, Harold.
Here is the windup, the delivery, and it is, low ball 2-2.
She says, it's a little chilly here in Knox. I'm throwing the heat today.
I guess. I'll do that change-up stuff on Wednesday when it's 65 degrees in North Judson. Here is a swing and a miss, strike three.
Just a commanding day.
Struck her out.
And also shout out to longtime sports sponsor Jim Collins tuning in. He says, hey, the guy with me today sounds familiar, Harold. Jim Collins says hello.
Well, hello, Jim Collins. Oh, here's Madsen at the plate. And she pops it up out of play to the right. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of great sports promoters around the area, but Jim Collins is right among the top of those. And he just loves ball, and he loves the kids. Okay, Barnes and Madsen one more time. Here is the windup, the delivery, and inside at the waist. Ball 1-1 with 2 out. And Molly, she'd love to return the home run compliment, and she fouls it back into the screen. We talked earlier about their first 2 times they met over at North Judson their freshman year, and Molly got the home run on Cheryl, and then their junior year, Cheryl got the home run on Molly. Wind up for Barnes, the wind up and the delivery and a swing and a foul back into the screen. The count remains 1-2.
It's an interesting duel between these two, and then Cheryl to start the season gets a home run back on Molly today.
Yeah. Molly wants to return the favor right here. Okay, 1-2 the count. Barnes, the wind up, the delivery, and fouled out of play. Back into the parking lot to the right. I mentioned earlier I found some, when Molly was still playing basketball and Cheryl was playing basketball and they were playing against each other. It got some great, great pictures of that. 1-2 the count. Barnes, the wind-up, the delivery, and a smash to the shortstop. Throw over to first for the out. So, Madsen goes out 6-3, and the Redskins get out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And now after their 6.5 innings of play, 5.5 innings of play, the score remains 3-0 in favor of Knox. Let's pause for a moment.
Hello there. Is this that First Choice Contractor?
No, sir. This is First Choice Insurance.
I'm looking for a good contractor. I could use a deck put on the back of my house.
We aren't contractors, but we do offer a great contractor's insurance program with all the coverages a contractor needs.
Well, would you consider putting one of those walk-in tubs in my bathroom for me?
Phone us today in North Judson at 896-3482 or in Knox at 772-5370.
3-0 here in Knox, Indiana, as the Knox Lady Redskins hosting their rival, the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. We go to the bottom of the 6th with special guest Harold Welter.
As we go to the bottom of the 6th now, the Redskins still leading at 3-0, but they can't take anything for granted here. They really need to get those bats a-working again. And here is the first pitch. High and outside to Sarah Fort. Sarah had a base on balls and scored a run back in the second inning of play. And here is a foul off to the right. 2-1 the count to Sarah Fort. Elise Wolf, the on-deck hitter.
If you're the Jays, you want to get out of this as soon as possible.
Yeah. The wind up, the delivery outside. Ooh, catches the corner. As Molly's shown some pretty good movement on her pitches here today, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind up, the delivery, and a pop up. The catcher goes back and makes the grab. A great effort there by Olivia Tim.
And the Jays, you know, their infield and outfield, they've been put to work today, so they're getting a lot of reps in, whereas the Redskins, there's been such a commanding performance in the circle, the infield and outfield really hasn't seen too much action.
That brings up Elise Wolf, right-handed hitter. And the first pitch is low and outside, ball 1, as she's 1 for 3 at the plate today. And here is foul out of play. Strike 1, ball 1, strike 1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning of play. And here is the windup and the delivery and a smash base hit into left center field.
Good confident swing by Elise Wolf. She's one of those players you're going to have to keep an eye on this year, too, if you're the Knox Redskins. She's someone that can provide for the team as well.
Yeah. Natalie Henshaw, the first baseman, a sophomore, right-handed hitter. And,
ooh, in a pickle.
Here is the
Got her.
pickoff.
Oh!
No! She gets back there. Is that Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wanted to go for the steal there. The Jays throw down to second. Thought they had her, but she slides back in there. Woo, 1 out, 0-1 the count. On the hitter now. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a foul into the screen to the right by Henshaw. Strike 2. Henshaw, straightaway stance. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, low and outside. They throw down to first, but the runner is back in time. Well, here's where the Redskins really could use an insurance run or two, because 3-run lead isn't enough in a rivalry like this. Here is the wind-up, the delivery by Madsen, and it is inside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Madeline Henshaw, the sophomore first baseman. And here is Madsen, the wind-up, the delivery, and a smash into right field, and it is grabbed for the out. Ooh, I think that was Chambers over there making that grab.
Yes, the flex player, Ella Chambers.
So a fly out to 9. And there's 2 away. And that brings up Haley Miller. And she walked the last time up. First pitch is high and outside. Now they've got the runner. Oh, no! Stolen base right there.
Wow.
Who was that masked man? Is that Wolf? Yeah. Steals second, so now you got 2 out. Runner at second. And Haley Miller at the plate.
There she goes to third.
And here is a run, and they throw down to third. She's safe.
The Jays are just being caught sleeping here at the wheel.
So Elise Wolf at third now. Base hit brings in another run. If Haley Miller can deliver it. The windup, the delivery, and foul down the left field line.
See,
1-2 the count.
Yeah, 1-2 here for Molly. You've got to get this out right here, right now.
Bottom of the 6th.
You got to have it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
No maybes. It's got to be now.
Here is Madsen. The windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Oh, the throw down to first. Oh, the runner is there. Here comes the score. What's that all about? Oh, the Jays, did they get the out?
I'm waiting the official call. They're running off the field as
yeah,
if
they're coming off the field. Okay, so they get the call. They get the strikeout. Whoa. So there's 3 outs. And so now, after 6 full innings of play, the score remains Knox 3 and North Judson nothing. Let's pause for a moment.
Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local sports. Steve and Donna love being members of the community and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home, right here in Stark County. Whether you're buying, selling, or relocating, call Osborne Advantage Real Estate today at 574-896-2567 for guidance and instant support.
Back in Knox, Mitch Columbia along with special guest Harold Welter as we go to the top of the 7th. 3-0, the Knox Lady Redskins lead their heated rival, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. On opening day, you're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. And we'll go ahead and turn things over to our special guest play-by-play announcer. It's Harold Welter.
Well, the Jays' last opportunity here, unless they can get 3 runs in the top of the 7th. And they're at the 4, 5, 6 in the batting order, so that's kind of where you want to be.
Yep. But it's been tough. Barnes has dealt a really hard hand to.
The first pitch is low and gets away from the catcher, and it is ball 1.
It's been tough for the Jays today.
Sophia Chaffins struck out and was out short to first her first 2 times up. Here is Barnes. The windup, the delivery by the senior, and it is in there. Breaks to the outside, strike 1. Ball 1, strike 1. Barnes working quickly, the windup, the delivery, and it is in there at the knees. She goes outside, she goes straight down the middle, she goes to the inside, you never know.
And you can tell she wants to finish it here in this half inning.
The wind up and the foul out of play to the right. 1-2 the count. Haven't caught I haven't kept track of the number of pitches, but she hasn't thrown a lot of them today. Here is the windup and the delivery and a swing and a miss. She struck her out.
Yep. All business today for Cheryl Barnes. And, you know, you talk about the pitch count in baseball. You don't have to worry about that in softball.
Right.
A luxury for all the coaches. A nightmare for baseball head coaches we've talked to about with them.
That brings up Lexi Howard, and the first pitch to her is low, ball 1. She walked her last time up, flew out to left field her first time up. Here is the windup, the delivery inside, and it is ball 2. 2-0. To Lexi Howard with Callie England on deck. Here's the windup, the delivery, and it is ball 3. 3-0 the count. We haven't seen that before today. 1 away. Barnes, the windup, the delivery, and a smash into center field. Center fielder goes back and makes the grab. Oh, yep. Spinagle.
That's an upperclassman move right there.
Yeah, she had to sprint to her left and go back to get that one. And so there's 2 away. That brings up Callie England, the designated player. She struck out her first time up and had a base hit the second time up, but then I believe she got caught trying to steal, maybe. At any rate, strike 1. Barnes delivers a swing and a miss to right 2. So Barnes is 1 pitch away, potentially, from ending this one and getting the Redskins off to a great start on the 2026 season. Barnes, the windup, the delivery, and it is low and inside. Ball 1, 1-2.
Yeah, one word for today's game when it comes to Cheryl Barnes: domination.
She's given up 2 hits. Here is the windup and the delivery and a smash right up the middle it goes. Throw over to first. And they get her. Oh, great play right there. And I believe that was that Fort, the shortstop over there? Or rather,
Bullington's, Zoe
yeah.
Bullington.
Bullington, the shortstop, gets the throw, and it goes out 6-3, and it's all over. The Redskins hang on and get the win, 3-0. We'll be back after this timeout.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time. And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
Well, a big-time win for the Knox Lady Redskins as they start their 2026 campaign at 1-0. The Jays fall short. They'll have another opportunity on Wednesday as they host these Knox Lady Redskins. It's a non-conference battle, but man, it's a historic rivalry. And what a dominating performance for Cheryl Barnes in the circle, Harold.
Well, she got the job done, and we'll have the summary here in just a minute. I think she had 10 strikeouts.
It was a lot.
And
it was a lot.
And, of course, her bat got things started with that home run against her good friend, Molly Madsen. And she has so many pitches. She has such great movement. And you don't know whether it's inside, outside, right down the middle, it's high, it's low, what kind of spin it has on it. I mean, she just got the job done here. and it couldn't have come at a better time. First game of the year against your arch rivals. Again, they aren't conference opponents anymore, but that doesn't matter. What really matters is that the Redskins get that first win, and they will be headed to North Judson on Wednesday. And then I think they got, 2 more games this week as well on the road. One of them at Valparaiso and the other at Griffith.
Yeah.
So they got to go to the region later on this week. But they'll look forward to a little warmer night on the west side on Wednesday.
Started at 50 degrees, first pitch, dipped down to 49, got to 47 at the end here, as we'll now have an opportunity to talk to head coach of the Knox Lady Redskins softball club. It is Richie Morgan. A big win for you and the girls today, Coach. What a dominating performance from Cheryl Barnes.
Yeah, she did outstanding for us. He even gave us some run production for us for the game. So, yeah, very outstanding job first game out for us pitching.
You know, one thing I thought was interesting is it was such a dominating performance. I kind of mentioned it throughout the broadcast is, the infield and the outfield, they got to be ready because anything could happen. Even though Cheryl's doing what she does in the circle, you still got to be ready for anything.
Exactly, yeah. The defense played well. I think we had maybe one error. I think we had one error for the game, just a missed catch at first. Didn't hurt us none. So the defense did what we wanted to. Like I said, pitching looked really good. Didn't necessarily want to have to throw her 7 innings in the first game, but that's just the way it kind of worked today.
And I saw you were warming Jensen up in the bullpen, but you go ahead and stick with your ace to finish things off. You'll turn around and face the Jays on Wednesday, hoping to see a little warmer weather. It was a little chilly today.
Yeah, the wind is a little chilly today, but I think overall, pretty good day for a softball game.
Busy week for you two. Not only will you see Judson again on Wednesday, you see Valpo and Griffith, so you hit the ground running.
Yeah, this is a good game out the gate just to see what we can do. We'll make some adjustments hopefully tomorrow in practice and then head to Judson Wednesday and see if we can make this a little better for us.
Do you have any questions for him, Harold?
Yes, I have a question for you. You're at mid-season form already.
Well, defensively, I would say yes. We look pretty sharp. Offensively, I know we can produce more than what we did. I think some of it's a little first-game jitters. We got 4 freshmen in the starting lineup. So I think just a little bit of that of just settling down. Molly's a great pitcher, throws hard, throws at you, whatever. So just getting comfortable in the box, I think, is another thing today will help us.
I guess the question is, how happy are you with those freshmen? You get all those freshmen, and you had one error, but they performed.
Yeah, they did what we needed. Like I said, I think we're expecting a lot out of them. I'm not playing them as their freshmen. I'm playing. Hey, we're here to win. You're going to help us get it done. And, that's just what it's going to be. So I have the greatest confidence in them. I know some of them were a little nervous coming in today. We talked about it a little bit. But, that's to be normal for freshmen. You're playing up here. You're going to play against a bunch of seniors, whatever. And plus, they don't want to let down their teammates and things, too. So they put a lot of pressure on themselves.
It probably was good to play North Judson for those freshmen. The first game, they've got the heat is on right away. They had to deliver.
Yes, and that was part of, we talked Friday, and that was one of their things. Well, it's Judson. It's the first game. It's like, just play softball. You've been doing it for a long time. So I think today was a good day. Ball got hit around, some defense, made some different plays. So I think got everybody in the game and hopefully settles them in a little bit for this week.
Well, congratulations to start the season 1-0, Coach. We'll see you on Wednesday.
All right, thanks. Yep.
All right, that is head coach of the Knox Lady Redskins softball club, Richie Morgan. Big win for the Lady Redskins, 3-0. Let's go ahead and talk about. Did you get some stats lined up there? Or you need more time?
Just give me an extra minute here,
we'll go ahead
I can tell you a few things.
Well, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll come back for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. We also have our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game all coming up next here in the Collins Insurance post-game show. As L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports, they are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. High school sports in Indiana thrives because of of our dedicated IHSAA officials, these men and women ensure fair play, safety, and the integrity of every game, from Friday night football to basketball tournaments through baseball and softball season. Without them, there are no contests, no rivalries, no memories for our student athletes. Sure, sometimes we might disagree with a call, but it's all part of the passion. And at the end of the day, we're all in this together. Broadcasters, officials, coaches, players, and fans united in supporting local high school sports. Thank you to our IHSAA officials. You make it all possible. Taking a break, coming back. Stark County Co-op Play of the Game is up next.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. McGrath Refrigeration, voted Stark County's favorite heating and air conditioning dealer, is your local Armstrong air dealer. Call today, 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
Well, the Knox Lady Redskins start their season 1-0, beating their heated rival, the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays, 3-0. We're talking our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. I think it's got to be that home run in the bottom of the second.
Absolutely, because it was a 0-0 ball game in the second inning, and the Jays actually had gotten a runner on with an error in the first inning, and so they were saying, hey, we're in this, and let's not worry too much about it. And we've got two great pitchers out there, and Barnes' home run, and there was never a question. When it left the bat, it was over the fence, and you knew it.
Yeah. I think even Molly knew it. She probably, it raised us. I think she was trying to keep it low, and it just got away from her a little bit. Yeah. And it was in the sweet spot for Cheryl Barnes. She says, "You're not going to do that to me."
Yeah.
As that is our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Some stats to share with our listeners.
As we look at it, the Redskins had 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. The Blue Jays had no runs on 2 hits and no errors.
Wow.
All they need to do is get the bats working on Wednesday, and they're going to be right where they need to be.
Yeah, that's something Coach Baxter talked about on the Saturday Sports Line. He said we're good defensively. It's just getting contact, getting the bat on the ball, eye coordination, and getting it in play. We don't need to swing for the fences every time. He said if we can just get the ball in play, get our girls on base, we'll be aggressive. And he showed that today. A little lackadaisical at times, where they overran when they were running, trying to steal third. But, those are things that the Jays will clean up. And Coach Baxter, you saw him working with the girls out on the field immediately at the end of the game. He's a coach. He's going to coach his girls win or loss no matter what. It'll be interesting to see what happens on Wednesday night. We're going to take a break and come back. Our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is up next here in the Collins Insurance Postgame Show.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. Plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch?
Appreciate it, JT. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson-San Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5 Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
I think I know who you're thinking, but who are you thinking?
Not because she's my granddaughter, okay, but Cheryl Barnes at the plate was 2 for 3 with that home run that set the pace for what was going to happen, and she had 10 strikeouts. She, of course, 2 for 3 at the plate herself with that home run, and just challenged the Blue Jays to do something about it. And she just had a career night for the first night of the year.
Yeah.
And so for all of those reasons, our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is senior Cheryl Barnes of the Knox Redskins.
Complete and utter domination. Well, KVB's WKVI Sports will be back in action Wednesday night to run it back and see these two rivals face off in North Judson. Public address announcer Nathan Orger will be on the call with me, pulling double duty. That's right here on WKVI 99.3 FM, going live at 4 p.m. Central. We also remind you to join us every Saturday throughout the school year for the Saturday Sports Line. That is the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter here. We go live every Saturday throughout the school year at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, on 99.3 and online at WKVI.com. If you ever miss the Saturday Sports Line, we remind you of the replay every Sunday at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. You can also watch back the Saturday Sports Line along with these broadcasts on my personal YouTube channel. That's Mitch's Inside Mike with video. We are not live streaming these games. These are just something we're recording, editing, and putting on after the fact. It's always heard first here on WKVI. We also invite you to follow us on social media, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all KVB Sports content. Wednesday will feature not only our game, but Rusty Nixon on Max 98.3 will have a game as well. So couple of games going on between Max 98.3 and WKVI. Final word from you today, Harold?
Just for all of those fans, you North Judson fans maybe in particular, no matter whether you win or whether you lose, always keep the faith, fans.
Our final in this one saw the Knox Lady Redskins beat the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays 3-0. The Redskins 1-0, the Jays 0-1. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Softball. For our special guest, play-by-play announcer Harold Welter, in-game announcer John Thompson, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Softball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.